Ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! Today is Sunday, December 25th, 2022, and I'm your fill-in host today, Kris Kringle. Filling in for your favorite host, Kirk Ross. He's a bit under the weather today. How did everyone's Christmas go today? Was your morning as you expected? Did you receive the gifts that you had hoped? Well, thank you so much for coming today. Now, parents, if you do have your children in the room, please excuse them. Maybe send them off to bed if you could, because we are about to have an adult talk, just the two of us, just Kris Kringle and you, the parent. Are they gone? Good. It's Kirk Ross, your regular host. Look, we got to talk business here. Let's talk about the Santa myth. Why do you go to such great lengths to manipulate, lie to, and deceive your kids for the first 10, 12, 13 years of their lives, depending on where your child is in the process? It's insane. I remember when I found out that Santa was a myth. Take that back. I remember when I found out that Santa was a lie. I was 8 years old. My older cousin, David, God rest his soul, and some of my friends at school had already kind of clued me in that it wasn't real, so I stormed home one day in late October 1992, and I looked my mom square in the eye. I said, "Mom, is Santa real?" I was already starting to cry a little bit. She said, "Well, honey, what do you think?" And I said, "I'm not asking what I think, Mom. I want to know, is he real or is he not real?" After quite a few volleys back and forth, she finally said, "No, he's not real. We made it up." And I remember bawling. I put myself in my room and I just cried. And looking back on that now, I think I know why I cried. It wasn't because Santa wasn't real. It's because my parents, the only two adults that I trusted, had been lying to me. And not just lying to me, but having me throw sugar and carrots up on the roof every Christmas Eve, going through the trouble of spilling the milk and eating a little bit of the cookies. So I really thought this man was in there? That's devastating. That's just absolutely devastating. It's also kind of strange, don't you think, that we're telling the kids to idolize Santa, who's a big-bellied, red-nosed man, otherwise known as an alcoholic. Look, there are two types of people that I know that drink more than anybody else. Number one, people with really stressful jobs. Number two, retirees. And if you look at Santa, he's kind of both. He sits around all year, but then one night a year, he has the most stressful job of all, going to every kid's house and giving them the exact gift that they hope for. He's a drunk, people. Clearly. How about this? How about telling your kids, stay away from men? Under no circumstances sit on a strange man's lap. Unless, of course, it's at the mall once a year when we actually pay a pedophile to have you sit on his lap. And not only are we going to do that, we're going to capture the entire thing on film so we can always look back to that moment in time through a magical picture of you bawling your eyes out because the Santa in his lap you're sitting on happens to have a disgusting erection. Crazy. Crazy. Let's talk about another subject, and that, of course, is God. Why would you go to such great lengths to lie to your kids about Santa, the omniscient character with a big beard, when you're already trying to perpetuate the lie of Jesus onto them, who's also an omniscient being with a big beard? It's crazy. If your kids are anything like me, they're wondering how Santa can surveil them so efficiently and effectively throughout the year. How are they going to end up on the naughty and nice list if Santa's not always watching? I don't know about you guys or maybe your kids, but I was hunting for cameras, looking for bugs, like some kind of paranoid drug dealer or something throughout my childhood, making sure that Santa wasn't keeping an eye on me through some illicit Big Brother means. Now, mind you, this was in the 80s and 90s, well before the CIA had admitted to recording all of our every moves on Alexa and their microwave. Crazy. Now, some of you are probably going to feel a little bit judgy right now. You might think, who is this guy? Never had a kid ever coming at me and telling me how to parent my kids. Well, if you're feeling judged, just imagine how your kids probably feel for the first 10 or 12 years of their lives, being told that they're always being judged on the naughty and nice list. You don't like it? How about that? A little taste of your own medicine from old Papa Santa here. So I'm aware you're feeling judged right now. You're feeling maybe even a little guilty through this judgment, which is exactly why I didn't put this episode out yesterday, because I didn't want to ruin Christmas again this year, like I have in so many years past. I didn't want you to go into some existential crisis or parental meltdown over the fact that I'm judging you here and that you should feel guilty. Quit lying to your kids. Oh, your kids started distrusting you and started rebelling against you when they were 12. Oh, it's just puberty. It's not puberty. It's because you lied to them all those years. They just found out Santa's not real, and now they know that you are a big, fat phony. And you'll never get that trust back. So next year, enough of the lies. Tell your kids straight up, there is no Santa. Teach them the true meaning of Christmas. Christmas isn't about gifts. It isn't about keeping up with the TikTok trends. It's about one thing and one thing only: watching your favorite professional football team get their ass kicked on national TV. Merry Christmas, everyone, and peace out.